Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hi everyone, this is Vinay from Astrologic. I sincerely hope that wherever you are safe and sound. We all know the current COVID situation across the country, the way things are moving with the second wave is really painful. A lot of people who have lost their near and dear ones. In fact, there are few people whom I know very closely um, are also going through a lot of issues with the second wave of COVID. Fortunately, they are all safe right now. The entire machinery, the government machinery is trying to, you know, do whatever is required, but they have also failed to do certain things. Uh, in fact, I would say there was a delay in reacting to the situation. But having said that, uh, the lockdowns, partial lockdowns are being imposed, and so it's very difficult to break the chain now because the infection has spread in the community. Unless there is a strict lockdown, it's very difficult to control this because the virus has spread in the community. And this time around, this mutated virus, uh, I believe, is more dangerous compared to its previous version because the oxygen levels are going down rapidly in comparison with the previous version. So, first let's understand who are prone for COVID infection. So, anyone who is having right connection with the first, third, 8th, and the 12th house in their current Dasha Bhukti, with planets placed in those houses being not favorable to the native, bad planets aspecting those houses which I mentioned, first, third, 8th, and 12th. These people need to be very careful, especially if they don't have connection with the 11th house, which is what we call as the house of gain. And in the absence of connection with 11th house and direct connection with 12th house may indicate that there is a life threat. Astrologically, this is what it is. And in fact, I have checked horoscopes of people who have got infected, and we can clearly see a connection with first, third, 8th, and 12th house. Okay, so please be cognizant of this fact if you follow astrology and get your horoscope checked. What is that we need to do right now? Universal guidelines, what medical experts tell us. First thing is to do that. Staying at home as far as possible, unless it is absolutely necessary. Better to stay at home. So these are some of the things which all of us know, but I'm just reiterating, right? Wearing a mask whenever we go out, keeping social distance whenever we are in a crowded place where there are strangers, and once we are back, ensuring that we wash our hands with soap water, using sanitizers, right? So these are the strict basic rules that we need to follow without fail, whether we are infected or whether we are healthy, right? So there is no compromise on this. Adding to this, inhaling steam, right? So steaming also helps. I am personally doing it. It helps. It's because I understand that the virus stays in the nasal zone for first couple of days, and if you have to weaken it, steaming seems to be one of the best technique which is useful. You can get a small steam inhaler. Loads of them available in the market online. If you go to Amazon, Flipkart, find a lot of them. Just get a steam maker and start inhaling steam at least once in a day. If you are not going out, if you are going out, ensure that you do it twice or thrice in a day. Sleeping in prone position, especially if someone is positive and having any breathing issues. One of the video which is making circles in social media is about a prone position, where we have to lie down on our chest, our stomach, for 30 to 45 minutes. I believe that the oxygen increases to a certain degree by doing this. As I said before, with this mutated virus, the oxygen levels are going down pretty fast. So even youngsters are struggling, right? So the whatever that is required, or whatever techniques which are available, there is no harm in trying them, apart from medical advice. Vitamin supplements, immunity boosters can also help. And most importantly, if you are 45 plus, get vaccinated immediately. If you are not, if you are 18 plus, 1st May onwards vaccination starts for 18 plus. It's highly important that we all get vaccinated, right? Vaccines, I believe, are doing a good job, in the sense, especially after the second dose, 15 to 30 days later, the studies are saying that there is a good antibodies development, and the life risk reduces significantly. Even after first dose of vaccine, the risk of life reduces significantly, is what I am given to understand. So it's extremely important that in the next immediate opportunity, we all get vaccinated. And if someone is COVID positive with no symptoms, it's okay to stay at home and take some kind of medication. But if someone is COVID positive with symptoms, it is always advised that we get admitted in the hospital, so that we get proper care, we get monitored, and we get proper care, right? So these are all the general things that we know, most of it, right? So why I made this video? I made this video to give you something along with this from an astrology point of view. Couple of mantras to start with. Whether you are COVID positive or not, in the current situation, you can chant these mantras. The first one is Om Om Kleem Swaha Coronavirus. Let me repeat. Om Om Kleem Swaha Coronavirus. Okay. Chant this in your mind as many times as possible throughout the day. It has certain vibrations. Okay. The second powerful mantra, in this situation with regards to health, is Om Namo Bhagavati Mrit Sanjeevini Shanti Kuru Kuru Swaha. Let me repeat. Om Namo Bhagavati Mrit Sanjeevini Shanti Kuru Kuru Swaha. Chant these mantras. This should definitely help, especially if someone is having symptoms are positive, and the whole day if you are lying on the bed, you know, chanting these mantras will definitely help to come out. Next thing that I have for you is a tantra. It's called the 478 breathing technique. Okay, some of you might be knowing this. This is actually useful for various things. So basically this technique is used to reduce stress, and I'm sure most of you know that by reducing stress you can improve your immunity. So very simple technique. Inhale by counting 4, hold the breath by counting 7, and exhale through your mouth by counting 8. 4, 7, 8. Let me repeat. Inhale and count 4. The moment you count 4, hold the breath and then count 7 from there, and then exhale counting 8 through your mouth. Even if you are not getting good sleep in the night, this technique can be used for a peaceful sleep. This also helps improve the lung capacity to a certain extent. So you can use this tantra as well. There are many more, so hopefully in upcoming videos I'll talk about them more and more. Lastly, planetary remedies, right? So I said that there will be an indication in your horoscope in your 1st, 3rd, 8th or 12th house. Get your horoscope analyzed by a good astrologer. If you see indications, take proper remedies for the afflicted planets. That should help. Lastly, when it comes to COVID, there are many astrologers who couldn't predict why this came. There are many theories. Most of them were very close, but no one is also able to say when it's going to go away. So there is something which is there, which most of us are not able to see. We have to go beyond these 9 planets if we have to understand this. I've been researching, speaking to a lot of people regarding this for so many months, and I think, to give you a hint, there is an involvement of Pluto, planet Pluto. Whenever Pluto comes in conjunction with big planets like Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, these kind of pandemics have come in the world, and it is going to take time because Saturn is still in Capricorn sign and Pluto's connection will be there. So it's going to take time for COVID to go away. As per one of the calculations, it is going to stay for as long as 2023. It is going to stay as long as 2023. The intensities will vary. There can be a spike, and then it will calm down, and then again it will erupt. The current intensity, the current situation, when we can see relief is probably after mid-June, we'll start seeing some relief. Until then, please take care. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu.